Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 4th episode of Goblin Slayer. Now, last episode, we started off with a little bit of actual world building, talking about the dice and the gods and all that, obviously referencing the whole tabletop design of this whole setting. And the Goblin Slayer also got a meeting between, well, a couple people decided to meet him, a high elf, a dwarf, and a lizard man, I believe the other one is, talking to him about the big important things that they're doing that gives a good enough reason for these groups of people that don't really like to associate with each other to associate with each other and all that stuff. And he's like, okay, I don't understand what this has to do with killing goblins. Why are you talking to me again? Oh, well, we have some goblins we'd like you to kill. Okay, let's go. What are you waiting for, guys? The door's that way. That's kind of how the conversation went. So, yeah, everybody just went on the adventure together. They got pretty much to where they're going, but haven't actually really started to infiltrate it just yet. They fired a couple shots at the goblins just so we could technically meet our goblin slaying quota for the episode. But this episode, I think, will really start to actually get full on into that. I mean, we'll probably wrap it up fairly quickly, but the point is that's where we're going to start the episode, I would assume. So, yeah, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. They're still talking about the dice. They sometimes won and they sometimes lost. Lost badly. You mean they fly an arrow? I suppose so. Yeah, you gotta give count. Even if they weren't your kills. We gotta make sure they're dead. Calm down. Oh, right, yeah, this thing. Okay. uh... anybody, stop him, please. I don't want goblin blood on me. Oh, those dead eyes. She knows. She knows what it's like to adventure with him. Oh, that voice. That was creepy. Yeah, it's every time I see that, it reminds me of The Walking Dead. Covering yourself with zombie guts to disguise yourself. But yeah, the look on the elf's face was good too, but I just really love those dead eyes of the priestess who's went down this road many times before. But yeah, that little quote there about being the difference between technique and magic reminded me of the old quote that significantly advanced science is indistinguishable from magic. I could be paraphrasing there, but it's something like that. That's what it reminded me of. I wonder if we're gonna get that at the beginning of every episode, talking about the dice, talking about some aspect of the world. Because last time we had just kind of the overall world itself, and this time we had the sentient races. I wonder how much screen time Cowgirl will have in the show. Hopefully High Elf Archer has a lot because I like her a lot. I would say she's my favorite character so far. Although Goblin Slayer is a close second. I mean, it looks like they're going to be sticking together as a party, just judging by the opening, but it's hard to say for sure. The strong. Goblins, come and get me if you dare. Just watch out for traps. I've heard that there's traps here. Yeah, no establishment deserves to have goblins take them over. It's a fate worse than death. Aw. It's okay. You take a nice long bath later on. Preferably with the priestess. He will. Well, I'm sure you are, Mr. Dwarf. It's because goblins are here. A trap? Because we know, like, another party came here before them and kind of had issues with the traps. Huh. Well, that's a good thing, right? Yeah, spellcasters are a pain. Well, yeah, I mean... That he has. Very carefully. You know, whatever I need to do, really. A horrified look. They want to play with those ears. I can smell them. Alright, that makes sense. Yeah. What's your logic? Okay. Oh man, it must really smell badly. Do I want to know what's on the other side of that door? I feel like I don't. Yeah. That is beyond disgusting. Yeah, is that an elf? Yeah, I think I see the elf ears. Yeah, it's a fitting response. I figured he was gonna stop her. Yeah, she's she's got flashbacks. Oh. Oh. Okay. A bit of a misunderstanding there. They thought you were gonna kill her. Yeah, that's all that matters. She's pretty strong. Cool. A dragon tooth warrior. I guess that's his job to just carry her to safety. I mean, I'm not sure what there is to misunderstand. Goblins are evil. A map is definitely useful. Better safe than sorry. Don't be offended, dwarf. I mean, this is all pretty run-of-the-mill for him, even though it's pretty new to her. So he's not really gonna hold your hand too much. Nice shot. I'm sure she has even more reason to take down these goblins than before, I would say. You're supposed to shoot to kill. Okay, there we go. We don't need them alerting the others. Okay. Nice. You doing okay? Yeah, we don't need you vomiting more. He's a very simple, straightforward personality. I mean, he's technically done goblin raids by himself before, so he can manage. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to fight enemy territory. I've seen parties get destroyed because of that. Yeah, the goblins will die. That's a foregone conclusion. So don't worry about that. uh, well, dwarves can have words of wisdom once in a while. I mean, you can tell High Elf Archer trying to be stealthy there, but Goblin Slayer with his big armor probably makes enough noise for that not to be all that helpful. Oh, there they are. They kind of blended a little bit. Ah, they're sleeping then. So what's our plan? Ah, to spray them with water. Brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Wow, dude, don't fall. The drunk dwarf strategy. I should have seen that coming. I mean, it sounds like he's choking. Well, that's convenient. Then we can just stab them all, one by one. Wow, that's a scary looking blade there. Yeah, I think you got him. But you know, one more time just to make sure. I know you're still pretty upset. But just so you know, once they're dead, they no longer feel pain or suffering, so as long as you know that. Well, yeah, that way he doesn't waste his own weapon. uh, you got a little bit of something on your face. You don't want goblin blood on your face, trust me. But yeah, we're gonna need a bath when we get home, like many baths. Okay, I think we got a big one. I mean, we saw big ones in the first episode, but maybe not that big. That was a large foot. Oh. And he can talk. Well, no, they're a party that's good at taking down goblins. Well, no, but he's gonna try to kill you, so it doesn't matter that much. I mean, it's not a goblin, so who cares? Yeah, I don't care about any of that nonsense. He does look pretty strong, but I think we got this. Thank you for stating the obvious. Somebody cast Magic Missile? That shield Goblin Slayer has is far too small to block that. It's a good thing we got magic. Oh man, is that even gonna hold? Always use protection when dealing with goblins, or in this case, ogres. So we blocked it. Well, she's done. Now go for the eye. Yeah, we need more. Gnomes. Oh, right in the eye. I'm glad you took my advice. Yes, yes, they are. Dwarf use rock. Well, no, we're all fighting together, so it's a team effort. Oh, did that just heal? It looked like it was healing, but... Oof. Yeah, he's quite a bit more of a threat than the average goblin. Yeah, it looks like he can regenerate. Which is a problem. Yeah, let's avoid that. Are you alive? Do you need a band-aid? Lady Ranger. Yeah, this has become a full-on raid boss battle. uh, I threw rocks at you again. Now what? Oof. Well, there goes that thing. It's hard to tell how injured he is if you can't see his face. You can't die here, Goblin Slayer. There's some more goblins to be slayed. I need some potions. Please give them to me. I wouldn't have to take his helmet off to drink the potion. How are we doing over there, guys? Are we still alive? Does anyone need a res? Oh, okay. I guess he managed to do it to the helmet. I don't know why I doubted him. But yeah, now we get serious. At least that's what that music tells me. Oh, yeah, he's injured. Yeah, but... I think he may have something up his sleeve. I do love the music in this part. How kind of you. Yeah, shoot everything at him. Yeah, we got the scroll that we've heard so much about. Oh, wow, man. Oh, God. That just... Well, okay then. I was like, wow, his finger's gone. His arm's gone. He's gone. That was my train of thought there. Well, you're no longer half the man you used to be. I killed you with a scroll, I think. Oh, the bottom of the sea. Oh, that's really creative. Or in this case, you know, murder the Gorger. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, he's not some wuss that would run away. Well, I was wondering what the scroll would do in the end. I didn't think I'm answer. I don't remember. There is nothing more worthy of dying in this world than goblins. That's a great thing to say to him as his last ever words to hear. Because nobody takes goblins as seriously as he does. Nobody. We're leaving now. Have fun with that. We have a bath to go to. I mean, yeah, it's pretty run-of-the-mill day. Yes, you get used to it. Yeah, it's probably take a nap. Been a long day, hasn't it? I was kind of hoping she was giving her a lap pillow there. Oh well. You'll learn to love him. He's a pretty cool guy. Well, I'm sure the funness can vary wildly depending on what you're doing. What do you define as an actual adventure? I mean, adventures are very much romanticized in a lot of video games, but I mean, this is basically what it is. You go into someone's territory, you kill them off, and take loot. That's a pretty dark thing, no matter how you look at it. But, you know, we already know about her character, how she was in the forest for a long time and came out fairly recently. So it makes sense that she'd be a little bit naive in this regard, so I get it. And of course, goblins are the worst thing in the world, so I'm sure they're less fun than probably literally any other adventuring quest you could go on. But yeah, she didn't think that was fun. I'm sure she'd think it was much less fun if she actually got, you know, captured by the goblins. Because that's the kind of thing that would make you never want to go on another adventure, like, ever again. Are we going back to Cowgirl? Yep, there she is. I missed you. How you been doing? Glad to be back. And I like the first person shot they had for that, so it felt like she was saying it to me. Anyway, that was the fourth, right? Yeah, fourth episode of Goblin Slayer. And this episode, we slayed some goblins. Quite a few of them, in fact. More than last episode, to be sure. Because this episode, we actually went into the building, and we obviously found goblins there. We killed them. We had to kind of, cover ourselves in the goblin scent in order to not trigger their noses, I guess is a good way to put it. Of course, some people weren't happy about that. The high elf archer was not happy about that. But, she'll deal with it. She'll remember it, of course. She said as much. And the Goblin Slayer accepted that, but still, she did it because it's the mission. The mission demands that of her. She's obviously never experienced with killing goblins, so she really should, defer to Goblin Slayer's wisdom on this matter. But, it seems like everyone there kind of has something to contribute to the team, which is cool. You got the dwarf who can kind of like track and see, okay, yeah, I think the goblins are this way because I see the footsteps. That's probably where we should go. Like, huh, I see. Well, let's go this way then. But I just said to go this way. Yeah, but I think we should go this way. And we found out why that was because that's where they had the girl, the elf girl, and a goblin, a single goblin. So killing him was good because now they don't have to worry about him coming later, like from behind them. So, and of course, rescuing the girl is important too. We had kind of a fake out there where they were deliberately trying to make us think he was going to kill the elf. Like the elf was saying, "Please kill me. I've had enough of this. Please end my suffering." And they're like, "No, don't do it." That's kind of what it was led us to believe. But no, she just wanted him to kill the goblin, and he was going to kill the goblin. So, pretty cool that she's still in that sort of mentality. Like, I hate all these things, kill them. So, he'll do that. He has no problem honoring that wish of hers. And then you had the lizard man summon his little. What would you call it? Would you call that a familiar? I guess his summon. And he grabbed her and just left. Well, hopefully that didn't get attacked on the way out, because that would be pretty bad. But anyway, they got a map and they continued down the path. Which is good to have a map, in a place like this. They noticed there weren't any totems around, which means there's no orc goblin shamans around, which most people consider that a good thing, but Goblin Slayer did not. He was worried about what there is here in absence of the shaman, and we eventually found out what that was. But they kept advancing until they got to the main chamber, where it seemed like most of the goblins were kind of sleeping, but they weren't in like a deep sleep, so we had to fix that using the dwarf's magical dance, whatever they call that, and the priest's magical spell. In conjunction, they were able to just put them all to sleep, so they could one by one go up to all the sleeping goblins and just stab them to death. In scenes like that, the goblins are obviously, the antagonists here. They're the bad guy, they're evil. But still, there's always something about attacking a bunch of people in their sleep that just really feels wrong to me. Like, The Walking Dead also had a scene like that. It's really hard to watch scenes like that. But yeah, it's obviously the best way to go about it, though, because it's the less risk to themselves, but it's always just a little bit hard for me to watch because you're so vulnerable when you're sleeping, But anyway, but they're goblins, so it's okay. And we killed them all, and the high elf girl, our high elf archer, I kind of skipped over this, but she was very much bothered by the state that the other elf girl was in. Of course, which is understandable. I mean, she vomited like immediately when she went into that room. So she had some rage there that she was kind of venting by stabbing goblins more than she needed to, which I don't blame her, at all. And then she saw the goblins start using the goblins' own weapons to stab them, which is a smart move for several reasons. So she kind of started to do that as well. So she's definitely, obviously, kind of a newbie when it comes to this sort of adventuring thing, but she's definitely good at learning. Like, she watches what he does, she kind of takes his advice and actions and stuff to heart. And yeah, I think she could become really, really skilled over time if she continues to, take cues from Goblin Slayer. But anyway, once they were done with that, they had a bit of a surprise because the big bad ogre shows up like I wouldn't say a head honcho of the Demon Lord's army, but he's a bigger deal than the goblins they've been fighting. Unless you ask Goblin Slayer, in which case he's lower than the goblins. And yeah, Goblin Slayer's like, "You're not a goblin, are you? Should we just leave? I mean, do we have a reason to kill this guy? He's not even a goblin. Can we just go home now?" But that wasn't an option because he didn't want to let them go home. It's like, okay, fine, I guess I'll kill this stupid ogre. Let's go, guys. But right when we're done with this, we're going back to goblin hunting, okay? That's kind of how that went. And then we went full-on raid party, bottle, bass, blah, 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 blah. We attacked him as a raid boss. Which, he is pretty tough. Like, a lot of our attacks didn't do that much damage. He seemed to regenerate the little bit of damage we did do. So it was a problem. Goblin Slayer took a pretty hard hit. Luckily, we had some potions on hand, so that's good. And more luckily, we had that scroll on hand, because that was apparently able to summon some water from deep in the ocean to use to be used as a water blade or something. It's something like that. A scroll that's meant to be used as escape is like, what, escape? I'm using it like that. We're gonna kill this thing with this scroll, and that's what he did. But yeah, I'm glad the scroll came back into play because that was obviously talked about last episode with the one slut character talking about the scroll and this scroll being brought up later in that episode and around the campfire. So I was hoping that we get an important scene with it, and we did. We had the Goblin Slayer walking up to him, this cool music playing. I was waiting for something to happen. I was curious what awesome thing was going to happen to turn the tide of this battle, and that's what it was. And yeah, and I like how we basically told him that he was beneath goblins as he laid the final blow. Because even this guy that was working together with the goblins still kind of looked down on goblins, so that's a little bit funny. But yeah, we had our fun little adventure there, and yeah, I think some valuable experience was gotten for that High Elf Archer. She didn't seem to think it was all that fun, though. Even though we killed lots of goblins, I mean, she didn't seem to have that much fun, weirdly enough. I don't know, maybe next time she'll get more of an appreciation for the art of goblin murder, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, overall, I'd say it was a pretty decent episode. I have no real complaints about it. It was nice to see everybody kind of do their part. You know, the dwarf had a couple spells, like his rock throwing, you know, be able to track the footsteps a little bit, being able to use whatever he used on the goblins to help with the sleeping process. The lizard man has his summons, which were pretty cool because they could carry the elf away. They could just add to their army, like have a bigger party. And the elf is just really good with those arrows, shooting it in the eye, you know, stuff like that. It's always very useful. And, you know, it's obviously also nice to have somebody that has a decent amount of rage towards goblins on the team as well. You know, that's always a good thing. So, yeah, that's probably about all I have to say on the matter. I look forward to seeing what exactly this team does together next episode. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.